Yes, gang, welcome back to the YouTube channel, man. I hope you guys are good and you're having a good day wherever you are right now. Today's video is going to be a simple video. It's going to be 3 mistakes you are likely making on Football Manager. So I definitely have made these mistakes at some point in my Football Manager career, development, whatever you want to call it. And I'm pretty sure that some of you guys who may have just started the game, and maybe even some of you guys who've been playing the game for a long time, are still making these mistakes. So I want to help you guys, and hopefully this helps people, man. But before we get into this video, guys, make sure that you're smashing the thumbs up button right now. Make sure that you're hitting the sub button as well. We are almost on 900. Let's try and get me to 1,000 so I can try and get that YouTube partnership, man. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know if you've enjoyed this content. And do leave a comment with other mistakes people could be making in Football Manager to help other people, man. So yeah, let's get into this video right now, man. So as you can see right now, I am Birmingham at the moment. I'm currently doing the save on Twitch. I'm going to plug my Twitch right there, right now. So, or wherever it is. One of these, yeah, here. So you're going to see my Twitch pop up on the screen. We're currently doing the save with Birmingham. We're in season 5. And yeah, we're absolutely flying at the moment. As you can see, 28 points, 10 games, 15 goal difference. So the first mistake a lot of people are making is you're not keeping it simple. And what do I mean by that? Cool, I'm going to show you. There's various things that you need to do to keep it simple. But I know a lot of us ain't doing it. First and foremost, your tactic. Keep it simple. Because I used to do this. I'm not going to lie. I used to do this. Like, for example, this is what I used to do. I'll do this, this, play for set pieces too. I'll go throw it long. Yeah, let's leave that like that. Then the mid block, I'll go get stuck in, step up more, stop crosses. This, look how many instructions this is. And then on top of that, I would do this. I would tell, for example, I'll tell my winger, shoot more often and aim crosses to the center and then sit narrower and tackle harder. So guys, you've got extra 4 instructions. Then I'll do the same thing. So basically, I would have loads of instructions all over the pitch on top of having loads of instructions in my tactics. Now think about this realistically. Imagine I tell you to go to the shop. I tell you, buy me a packet of crisps. Then when you get to the shop, I call you and say, I don't want that packet of crisps no more. Buy me this. Then I call you back in 1 minute and I tell you, buy me this. In fact, no, I don't want that anymore. Buy me this. You're just going to get confused. You're doing too much. That's what it is. I don't even know if that example made any sense, but it made sense to me. So we're going to run with that example. But you're just doing too much. Calm down. Keep it simple. Like, tell them what they need to do. Keep your tactics simple and keep your instructions simple. What I would say is, don't put any instructions on. I don't use instructions unless I feel like it makes any difference. I don't use, literally, look, we go through my whole team, apart from my left back. And the only reason I told my left back to ease off tackles was because he was going to get suspended. Well, my other left back was going to get suspended, so I told him to ease off tackles. And aside from that, I've got no instructions on my players. Because I don't feel like you need instructions unless there's a reason you're adding an instruction. There's no point just putting an instruction for the sake of putting an instruction. And like I said, keep your tactics simple, man. There's no need to click everything. I understand that it's a game and we get trigger happy. I've done it before. You get trigger happy, but start clicking buttons on a click and inshallah thing. But it's one of those ones where if you don't need to, don't put it in. I probably said that about 4 times already. But if you don't need to, don't put it in. Keep it simple. Then go game to game and then try and tweak your tactic like that. But yeah, that would be my first piece of advice. Just keep it simple, man. Relax. I understand we want to press buttons because that's what we're doing. We're sitting here pressing a lot of buttons. But just calm down. Let the tactic play out. Then see what you can tweak. See what you can add. Moving on to mistake number 2. Morale. The team morale is so crucial. The player morale, the team morale, all of that malarkey. You can see it right here. So all these green arrows. I'm trying to keep the team morale high, man. Especially when you're not playing a player, their morale goes down as well. So you do need to find the right balance in the squad you build. You need to buy players that you are potentially actually going to use. Don't just buy players for the sake of being in the squad. Buy players that you're potentially going to use to keep the morale high. So there are various ways that you can do it. One is actually playing the players. So once a player gets game time, his morale is going to be high. Training, the way you're treating him, situation at the club, how you are managing him, and obviously, like I said, his playing time. So these are the 5 things. So what ways that I do it? So obviously, there's that way. When a player has a good game, you might want to praise him. Like, so for example, you had a good game last game. Let's have a Butchers schedule. Chelsea, they scored a flipping own goal. From here I can see Masengo had a 7.3. So I'm gonna click Masengo, and then I'm gonna go to discuss. I'm gonna go to praise, and I'm gonna go to praise last game. You were superb in the number of chances you created, with the number and quality of chances you created in the last match. Keep it up. Your passing was a joy to behold in last match. Keep it up. And then look, as you can see, thanks. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. Great having this talk with you. Let me know if you need anything else. And you can see his morale has gone up. And that's literally it. That's one way you can do it. Another way you can do it, when you go to training, so players train, if they train well in training, you will see that they have trained well. So for example, you can see training performances, best, and then it shows the list in the order of the training performances. But what you can do is, instead of looking at the individual ones, you can literally go. So what you can do is, for the training performances, you can go over to the training tab, then go to individual, and you can see everyone's individual rating. So what I do is, when it's over, I think it's over 7, so when it's green for me, when it's over 7, I'll praise them. And when it is under 6.6, I will criticize them. And it usually increase their morale, unless you've done it a load of times. But this is a good way to get it started. So as you can see, I'm going to do it right now. So Gabriel Batista, 7.3, praise. Morale was already high, but it stayed high. Oh, we'll go over our other keeper. Praise him, you've done very well. And you can see his morale has gone up as well. My centre back, same thing. You see his morale has gone up. And literally, you just want to do that a load of times. And it's going to help keep your team morale high. Meaning your team want to actually come in to training. Your team want to come to play matches. Your team want to play for you. Meaning they will play for you, bro. When you're unhappy at work, it's the same thing. When you're unhappy at work, when you don't like your manager, are you really motivated? I mean, you might just be a motivated individual, but not everyone is a motivated individual. Not everyone is determined in life. So, you have to keep the workplace happy, and that's exactly what we are doing. We are keeping this workplace a happy environment, man. So that's literally it. Just keep praising everyone, as I said. But when they're doing well, but if they're doing bad, then criticize them. As you can see, I like Hong Yong Sang, aka Sang Gang, is on a 6.7. I'm gonna criticize him, and his morale has still gone up. So do you know what I mean? It's real simple. That's one way. Another way is, let's say your team's down in the dirt right now. For example, we're doing very well. So to be fair, actually, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if your team's down in the dirt. But you can go to Dynamics, and you can go to Team Meeting. And as you can see, team meeting you can use to boost the morale. So it's only when your team's doing very well, top of the league, you want to tell them to continue to do well, or when your team's in relegation or something, or your team's in a mid-table battle. But the team meetings only pop up sometimes. So when they pop up, do try and use them if you need to. So for example, now my team's doing very well, top of the league. I'm just going to tell them, well done lads, you're doing very well. Yeah, literally. I'm not gonna overdo it and tell them we can make a strong bid for the title. There's no need. I'm gonna say I'm really pleased with how we've been playing recently. Keep it up. Bang! As you can see, everyone's encouraged. Reese Hannum, who's not been playing, you can see he's gone very positive. So that's good. But everyone else has been encouraged and everyone else is agreeable. So simple, and that has boosted the morale a bit. As you can see, look, Reese Hannum was bang in the centre, and now it's gone up a bit. And all those other ones who were up a bit have gone further up a bit, if that even makes sense. But you know what I'm trying to say here, people, man. That's it. So keep the morale high. There should be other ways to keep the morale high, but those are the two I actually use. So the third mistake people are making on Football Manager is you're getting too wonder kid happy. Like, I know we've all done it. We see a wonder kid, we want to buy him. Or we see a good young player, we want to buy him. 18 years old, we want to buy him. 17 years old, we want to buy him. 20 years old, we want to buy him. 19 years old, we want to buy him. We want to buy every single wonder kid because we found them or our scouts recommended them. We're saying an A+ rating. So we want to sign them. I understand it. I've done this. I literally done it in this Birmingham save. In the Birmingham save, we got promoted. Let me actually go show you guys. So we got promoted. Where are we at? Competitions. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. So in the Birmingham save, we got promoted in our second season. The first season, we finished 5th. Second season, we got promoted. And then we ended up finishing dead last. As you can see, we ended up finishing dead last with 2 wins, 11 draws, and 25 losses. And should I tell you why that was? And I know why it was. Some of you might say my tactic was or my tactic was not great. I didn't know what I was doing, blah, blah. But I know it was because I bought too many young players. And you know how I know I bought too many young players? Because when I went to Dynamics, when I went to Hierarchy, I had no team leaders in my team. 0. It literally said no team leaders. This area was blank. And I had highly influential players, loads of influential players and other players. That was it. I had no team leaders. Meaning, there was clearly a lack of experience in the team. Because all I did was sign 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21s, 17, 16, etc., etc., etc. I just signed young players. I understand that you want to get the young players, you want to be able to tell your friends, you want to be able to brag to other people that, yes, look at this wonder kid I signed, look at this young player that I signed, I'm going to develop him. You want to see the player's development, but I understand it. However, you need a balance. You need a balance, and that's exactly what I've done this season. And that's exactly what I've done this season. This season, I made sure I signed for what the team needed. I didn't go for young players. I went for players who are ready to play at the level now. They are still quite young, 24, 23, 22, 25 and such, 26. But I made sure I signed players who are ready to play now. Don't need to be developed. They're ready to slip straight into the first team. So I went for 6 players who are ready to play at this level now, that go straight into the first team or can go straight into the first team, instead of buying players for a project for the continuing seasons. So it's just one of those ones, guys, man. I know everyone wants to sign wonder kids, everyone wants to talk about wonder kids and such, but it just can't be done like that. So look, here's a player I signed. 24 years old, as you can see, age 24, and he's got good attributes. You guys have probably heard of this guy, but yeah, he's a good player. Second player I signed, Andre Amaro, 24 years old. Like I said, before I was signing 19s, 20s, 18s, too young. Now I'm changing it, and I'm going for 24, 25 years old, 26, 23. Players ready to play at this level now. Here's another player I signed, right back, 26 years old. Goalkeeper, 25 years old. Left back, 23 years old, but my other left back is 29, so it made sense to bring in a younger one for the future. Striker, 24 years old, so it's just one of those ones, guys, man. I know we all want to sign all the wonder kids, we want to pick up everyone, but it just can't be done. It just doesn't make sense. And here is another way. This is a way you can check to see what kind of team you have. So before, most of my players were in development. Now they're moving to emerging, and they're getting towards their peak. So most of them will be peaking around 25, 26, 27. So in a couple seasons, these guys will be moving towards their peak. And yeah, man, that was the YouTube video, man. I hope this has helped you guys. Like I said beforehand, if you guys have any other mistakes you believe people are probably making in Football Manager, do drop them in the comments below, as it's going to help other people, and let's actually help people. And don't forget to hit the subscription button right now. Like I said, let's try and get me to 1,000. We're on the road to 1,000, so let's do this, people. Last but not least, don't forget to follow the rest of my social media platforms, TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch, where I'm live Monday to Friday streaming Football Manager. I'll see you guys there. Big up, man.